Hey everyone, welcome back to DemDMs. My name is Matt.
I'm Fox Ghost.
I'm Panda Ghost.
I'm Patrick.
And I'm Kabon.
And today we're kind of wrapping up the Season 2 reactions here with Episode 12 of Legend of Vox Machina. So last episode we saw kind of the first, or I should say second, attack against Umbrasyl, the mighty black ancient dragon, with a somewhat interesting plan on how to attack him, right? We had them kind of bring him back, in a trap that he could be held down and pinned to the earth. And once that failed, another plan was come up with, and it involved going up the butt. Very interesting, and I really liked the addition of the movable sword, right? Because that makes it interesting when they're inside there.
Yeah.
And then we kind of got the, earlier in the episode, we kind of got the continuation of Vax's, delve into what it means to be the champion of the Raven Queen, right? What he's expected to do, and what it could mean for his future and everything like that. And seemingly after kind of having this conversation with the Raven Queen, seems to be rather upbeat, and seemingly optimistic of their chances. And then we kind of also got the kind of wrap up of everything with Scanlan's found daughter Kaylee, who seemingly wants nothing to do with him and left the sword behind as a kind of a means of like, hey, remember that thing you did to me? This is terrible. Here's a marker of it, right? But yeah, interesting to see. I mean, it seems that we're going to continue into this episode with continuing that fight with Umbrasyl, having flown off with Vax and Scanlan in his innards, and Grog holding on for dear life, on the rope. So, but yeah, I'd say let's just pick right up with it and slide on in.
Yep.
And though it was mainly the brave Scanlan Shorthalt who slayed the dreaded dragon Umbrasyl,
Oh wow!
and freed the city of Westron from its tyranny, the rest of Vox Machina also contributed in minor yet unspecific ways.
Ooh, read it again, Grandfather. Can you, please?
Oh, I don't know.
Maybe one more story.
Yay!
Then off to bed the chief.
What? Wake up? Scanlan, come on, man. Open your eyes. Come on, Shorthalt.
That's
please.
what I figured it was.
Fuck it.
Oh.
Oh!
Welcome back to your worst nightmare.
And Grog's still holding on.
Yep.
I wonder how the animators felt about having to, just put an anus on a dragon.
Yeah.
How far do you think we are in terms of, the end of, the campaign?
I mean, we know there's 3
Far.
other dragons.
Yes.
So I would say that's at least one more season worth of material if they
Okay.
kind of go quickly through it. And then there's stuff after that would probably take another season or 2 to wrap up. So, and then obviously once that's done, or even before that's done, we have the Mighty Nine.
Right,
series.
Yeah.
That was their plan? Go up its ass?
Well, we are talking about Scanlan.
We need a skyship to catch them.
Or maybe we don't. Let's fly.
He's a bird.
Oh, nice.
I'm a bird, motherfucker. I'm a bird. Hopefully he's improved his landing. Don't.
Oh, no. Watch out for that tree! Or mountain.
Ow.
Hello. The blade wound. But there's no way we'll squeeze through that. We'll just have to make a bigger hole. Come on, Grog! Do something smart. Oh, yeah!
Oh, damn.
Oh, damn it, this will take forever. Whoa.
Fisted
Long
them
way
out.
down. Nice fisting back there. Here's a practice.
Oh,
He just spiked them out of the air.
yeah.
Matron, I need you. I'm in your hands. And I am no longer afraid.
Fuck yes.
Oh, yeah.
Let's go.
That's
As if he couldn't get more badass. You know what I mean?
I know, right?
Yeah.
Oh, man. I'm so in love with you right now. I'm feeling way better.
Easy, easy.
Like the majestic. Well, Raven.
You should be like, hey, Caleb, want to go on that date now?
I can show you the
You're
world.
so beautiful.
Did we kill the dragon?
Afraid not. He's headed into that mountain.
We tore through its stomach and didn't even slow it down.
That was your idea.
And it failed. Why push our luck?
There's no such thing as luck.
What?
As the man that had the luck feet.
Yeah.
How will you defeat them? We should flee. You're injured.
Just eat her already.
Yeah, why does he need her? I don't get that.
Only we had eyes on the inside.
I'll go. I'm fast as hell in this armor. Now is not the time for cowardice.
Rude.
Ooh. Shots fired.
You alright, Scanlan?
She called me a coward too. I don't want to let her down anymore, you know?
If you don't want to let her down anymore, then don't.
Yeah, that's a black dragon lair.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Oh, okay. Oh,
I'll peel that armor off your mangled corpse.
I don't think it'll fit you.
Something's happened. You'd feel it if Vax were in trouble, right? I would, but I don't feel anything.
I'll stay with Grog.
We're splitting the party?
Never split.
that's always a good idea.
Never split the party. Did we not just learn this from the past few episodes?
Your armor is mine now, little raven.
Drop him.
He's gone.
Shit, not again.
Eyes up!
I've got you, Vax.
Shoot now. Shoot him in the
Hey,
face.
shoot him in his face.
Oh, headshot!
Nice.
Down here! There's a way out!
It's gonna be close!
Okay, we got Vax. Now let's slip out the back door.
We're not running. Don't you people see? If the matron has shown me anything, it's that fate is real. We're supposed to be here. You are supposed to be here.
Screw your matron! She doesn't control my destiny!
No, Scanlan. You do.
What do you care? For all the wrong you've done in your life, you'd have to do a hell of a lot right.
Now's not the time.
Feel the burn.
Oh. Major heartburn.
Yep, they made the mistake of facing a dragon in its lair. That was real smart of them.
Hardly a
Good Oh,
Oh boy!
Oh,
you on me, fuck bucket!
fuck bucket.
This thing's got to be like burning through spell slots, man.
Yeah,
I know, he's gotta be close to tapping out, right?
I mean it is an ancient dragon though.
One thing I learned in this life, no one comes back to save you. So what are you prepared to do?
Is Scanlan under frightful presence right now?
Come on,
Oh.
Steve. You gotta know him up. No, screw that.
From all I've heard, it figures you'd run.
Oh, God.
You have given me 3 vestiges of divergence.
2! This one's mine.
Hell yeah.
Oh! Yeah!
There we go.
The resonance.
Jesus.
What all does that sword do?
Yeah, right? What the hell does that sword do?
Jesus.
Damn.
Oh.
Put respect on his name.
Finally, Scanlan sacked up.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Vox, give me a hand.
Scanlan, you did it. You might not have known what you could do, but I always did.
Oh, nice.
Your daughter would have been proud. And I'm in love with you too, Scanlan.
Wait, you're alive, motherfucker?
Oops.
I like money.
Dodie King.
Hey guys, how are we gonna transport all this back?
The hell?
I killed the dragon, didn't I? I should get all the motherfucking magic keys. Fate, huh?
I thought you'd run back there.
Even if I don't believe in that matron stuff. You do. And I believe in you.
She can surprise you.
No, it's Trinket. I'm
You
just
are.
kidding. Sorry.
Wow.
I like
Come on,
That's
dude.
mean.
I raise a glass to Vox Machina.
Even the Cinder King has his weaknesses.
You know of this dragon, Keeper Yenin?
I do. Hear my words. Understand that not all is as it seems.
She's taking Yenin's form. She's a dragon.
Shit. Sean!
Alone.
No?
Cass!
Right, Sean. I had to get your attention. And a private conversation is so hard to come by these days. I come to you as an ally.
And why should we listen to you?
You can't even sense me, darling. I hate Thordak as much as you. Thordak is becoming irrational, insane. He is intent on stripping Tal'Dorei of its gold, but not to satisfy his greed.
A new army awaits. An army that will soon inherit this world and bring glory to the Chroma Conclave.
Uh-oh. Baby dragons.
Yep, they're hashing.
Yep. All right.
Oh boy.
Ooh.
We're gonna wrap it up there. All right. So yeah, interesting stuff.
That's a good way to drum up interest for the next season.
Yeah, I feel like this is the right timing of when Raishan reveals herself. Obviously I think she was actually in the form of a different character, but we haven't seen that character at all in this show. So easier to make her someone else that we
yeah, of course.
Yeah. But yeah, defeated Umbrasyl. I don't recall who in the campaign finishes Umbrasyl off. But story-wise, it makes sense for it to be Scanlan, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
In that moment.
Especially since he was, Umbrasyl was the one that had, Scanlan's vestige. It was only right.
Yep. Yeah. And we got to see like it kind of be empowered by his bardic singing, right? I forget if it was like a combination of his bardic inspiration that originally empowers it mechanically, which I think is neat. It's a cool weapon for like a bard to have, right? It's something that combines with that ability because you use it so often, right? Especially since we don't really get to see like a visual representation of his bardic inspiration in the show.
Right.
So that's really cool. But yeah, I'm surprised. You know, obviously the addition of Ripley here, because she was not really doing anything with the Chroma Conclave. She was off on her own during this time. So it's just interesting to see how involved she's going to be, because it seemed like she was really more attached to Umbrasyl, not necessarily the Chroma Conclave. So
right.
Does that mean that she's kind of on her own now? Is she going to go try to make a deal with the other dragons? Is she going to go off and do her own thing?
It seemed like she was more interested in the vestiges than Umbrasyl.
Mm-hmm. I'm very interested in what that magical key was. They made a purposeful, display of it. I think that might be related to a specific spell that Scanlan eventually uses.
Maybe.
I don't know if I want to spoil it, because I think we'll be able to get into that, but definitely might be like some sort of like component or reasoning behind how he gets.
See, I was thinking it'd be something like Tiny Hut. That's
like
where
you use the key to open a tiny hut.
Yeah. Because there's magic items, I'm pretty sure, that do things similar to that. I forget what they are off the top of my head, but
yeah, I mean, there's a rod of security.
Yeah, rod of security, right?
Which does it kind of like opens its own like demi-plane that you can put you and 999 of your closest friends in.
Yeah.
For a period of
I
time.
ain't having that many friends.
Yeah. But yeah, and then we get through that. We get a lot of gold and stuff like that, so they're getting wealth and whatnot. And then we kind of skip ahead to another council meeting, and wherein Raishan kind of reveals herself, right? And what's interesting is like in the campaign, they had kind of set up a thing where they were going to start meeting down by the spherical thing that was created from the ritual from the first season, because no magic could really be felt there.
Oh yeah.
So like they wouldn't be able to be scryed on or anything like that. And then like the person that was being shown that Raishan took the form of was like, hey, let's go meet up here in the old meeting room. And they're like, wait, why are we meeting up there? Shouldn't we be meeting down here? And they're like, Matt was trying to be like, oh shit, trying to stumble through, try to get through his thing. Just let me get through the dock.
Yeah.
But interesting. And yeah, the key to this is do you remember? You guys might not remember this. I think it was like maybe episode 1 or 2 of this season. They're going through, and they're first coming through to Westrun with all the refugees from Iman, and you see Grog stop and talk to a little girl, and she kind of gives this glare back to him, and she has green eyes. That is how Raishan got into Westrun. So she's been here for a while. Yeah. What was funny in the campaign, there was a character named Larkin who was that version of the little girl that they had all kind of talked with and stuff like that, and everyone kind of pieced it together except for Liam. So Liam kept being like, but wait, where's Larkin at? And they're like, dude, Larkin was Raishan the whole time. And he's like, but wait, but that doesn't make any sense. Where's Larkin? Like, he just and it's just a good little meme there. But yeah, I think so each of the dragons has their own like moniker, right? So Brimscythe, we heard in the first season, is the Iron Storm. Thordak is the Cinder King. Umbrasyl is the Hope Devourer. I think Voragal is the Frigid Doom. And Raishan is known as the Diseased Deceiver. So she's very, underhanded, deceptive, probably has like a plus 13 in deception at least, right? Like very, charismatic. And I believe she in the original was one of the few that actually had spellcasting. I don't think they all did. Umbrasyl might have had some spellcasting.
Well, clearly Umbrasyl did in this episode, right?
Healing, yeah.
Yeah, because he's using, greater invisibility like 13 times back to back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he also healed himself pretty well. Now in the campaign, I think like that part where he kind of flies off and they're chasing after him, that happened, but I think they had like taken enough time that he got a short rest. And so that was kind of how Matt adjudicated that he got some more hit points back and things like that. But obviously in this case, you kind of want to more lean on the magic side of things, right?
Right.
But yeah, and then so yeah, I'm excited to see what they do with Raishan, because there was a lot of obvious contention between her and a lot of the group, especially Keyleth. And so like I'm just excited to see if we're going to get more of that in the next scene. What's interesting about that is I think it's one of those things where you're like, obviously we can't trust this creature. They're going to betray us. They're known as the diseased deceiver. We know that name. They're called that for a reason. They have to have a really good reason to work with this person.
Is Raishan the green dragon?
Yes.
Okay, just making sure.
Correct. Yeah. She's the one that, like, when they were attacking him on, Grog ran up and smashed his axe against her scales or whatever, and it did nothing. And yeah, to your point, Vex didn't sense her, right? Which I think goes a lot in line with that disease deceiver thing, as well as there are spells like non-detection, which make it impossible for you to divine those things. So you could kind of rule that as the passive ability of rangers to kind of sense, or not passive, but the primeval awareness ability, which is kind of what they're playing off of here with Vex's kind of sense of dragons. You can kind of say that might be kind of covered up by that spell, right?
Right.
Yeah, especially if she is supposed to have spell casting, then yeah, that would make sense.
Yeah. So I think next season we're definitely going to see them tackling the rest of the dragons. At least obviously I think the next one in terms of like power is probably the white dragon, right? Seemingly more gruntish than Raishan appears, as well as obviously then you have the major threat of Thordak, where seemingly is creating young dragons in the form of eggs.
Dragons.
Yes, busy.
Yeah. Now in the campaign, Thordak was actually somewhat mutating from his time on the fire elemental plane. And that is why he, as a male dragon, is able to birth these eggs. And yes, and and so what does all that mean? And then like, what different powers does he have as opposed to like a normal ancient red dragon? Which is already too powerful, right? Interesting. And I'm hoping we're going to see more of Scanlan and kind of stepping up and stuff, right?
I feel like they're trying to do that.
Yeah, I feel like in the past he hasn't really run away from things. I mean, we had the whole Scanbo moment in season 1 where he was off by himself taking on a house full of thugs, right? I don't necessarily know if calling him a coward is accurate.
Yeah, it's almost like his character regressed just so that they could give him character development.
Maybe. Yeah, I could see that.
I can.
Like, it almost feels like it's character development that happened like earlier in the campaign, like when they were playing the series, and they're like, oh, well, we need to do this character development in the show, but since he already went through the character development in reality, like, it just leads to disjointed storytelling, right?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I mean, like, it feels like, I mean, he's always kind of had that, like, we could just not do something about this, right, kind of mentality at certain points, but I feel like there's been moments in the past where he's stepped up to become, on even playing field. And I definitely don't really care for the fact that Vax, like, calls him out like that. Like, at least I'm not a coward. Like, bro. you know.
No,
chillax.
yeah, I feel like I feel like what they were trying to go for is they were trying to have Scanlan be more open to like accepting his destiny and not like trying to outrun that. Not necessarily just about being a coward, but just letting things happen like as they should, I guess.
Sure.
If that makes any sense.
Yeah, I mean, I guess like it's the idea of like, you know, now that Vax has this, you know, all important destiny and knows that they are supposed to be doing these things, it just doesn't strike a chord with him that like maybe not everybody's like, you know, on board with that yet. But I like what Scanlan says here at the end where he's like, you know, I maybe don't believe in everything that, you know, the Raven Queen is selling, but I believe in you and you seem to believe in that and you think we can do this, so I'm with you. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's a common moment. Believe in the me that believes in you.
Exactly.
Yes. So, but yeah, I'm excited to see when we get into season 3 here. Probably gonna be another year yet, and who knows? I mean, they might be releasing Mighty Nine prior to this show ending, so we might see a whole different cast of characters before we see Vox Machina.
I would love to see because I liked their like I said, I watched a little bit of campaign too, and I really like their characters, even just like watching the campaign. So like I'm definitely interested to see them in animated form, especially with this kind of animation. Holy shit!
Yeah, it'll definitely be fun. But if you want to see that, you need to be subscribing to DemDMs because we are almost assuredly going to be reacting to season 3 when it does come out, and possibly Mighty 9 as well. But let us know down in the comments your thoughts on this season as a whole. Are you excited to keep going with this show? And, you know, maybe what was your favorite moment from season 2? But until next time, we will see you when we slide into DemDMs. All right, guys. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.